Hey everybody, welcome back to MP Dano's Garage. I got my 2003 F350 and going to go ahead and do the transmission pan drop and change the fluid with Amsoil, as well as change the temperature sensor. So this is a pretty known issue on these F350s with that temp sensor just going out. Super inexpensive part, but you see you have to drop the pan to get to it, as we'll go through all the process and stuff like that. So let's get to it. My F350 2003. Going to be doing the transmission fluid flush, well, replacement, about flush. But so what I got here is, here's my parts. I'm actually going to change the transmission coolant temp sensor. Here's the let's see if the part number's here. Oh, it's there. But anyways, I'm going to put that all in the description below. New seal, new filter, has the O-ring on there already. This is the other filter that actually goes, it's in the front, and I'll do a clip of that. New O-ring seal, and using this Amsoil. I just had really good luck with this stuff for engine, and I'll give it a try for my transmission. And let's see here, so I already started the job. Just totally flaked out and forgot to do any kind of footage on this, but hopefully that's going to help somebody out. But yeah, I'm like an idiot. When I pulled the drain plug, I wasn't paying attention, and my driveway's at a slant, and it was draining. It kind of like dripped all off the side, and I wasn't looking at it until I kind of looked behind my head, and then yeah, it was all down the driveway. But in a nutshell, these are all the bolts. I already took them all 10 millimeter. There's like 3 that are towards the, let's see, yeah, the front. That a little bit hard to get to, but you can easily get it with a a socket, 10 millimeter socket, without that extension. The other ones use an extension, just kind of clear the pan depth. Anyways, get you under here. So as you can see, it's already out. I'm just kind of letting it drip. I didn't let it warm up at all. Just kind of parked it, and then so that's why it's, the fluid's still thick, so it's going to take a little while to kind of drain out. And so this right here is the sensor I'm going to be replacing. It just unclips up here. This plug comes out, and then you just basically counterclockwise just twist it and then pull it down. But there's also fluid under there, so keep your drain pan under there or something to catch it. Same thing with this filter. There's that O-ring like I was showing you earlier. It's in there. Sometimes it'll come out with it. From what I heard, a lot of times it'll stay up there. Just make sure you remove it if it doesn't come out with your filter. Otherwise, this thing's not going to actually push up where it needs to be, and it won't seal. Like anything, when you replace gas, make sure the surface is all nice and clean before you put your new gasket on there. It's the old gasket, and I guess you could reuse it. Doesn't feel too bad. I had 0 leaks, so it's probably an OEM, but I'll probably just use the new one. And that's pretty much it. So I'm just kind of waiting for this to drip down, so I don't make a mess more than I already did. And we'll go through unclipping this sensor, removing the old one, and then put the new one in. So be right back. All right, guys, while we have this thing off the car, I'm going to go ahead and clean off that pan. Might as well, right? So I'll go ahead and spray it off a little bit with a degreaser first. Let it kind of do its job, soak a little bit, and then we'll pressure wash it. All right, guys, while you're in there, this is your magnet. Just pulls right out. You can see there's a bunch of little bit of shavings. This is going to be normal. As long as you don't find like chunks and stuff like that, then you're good to go. But definitely want to clean this off. So for the next round, it's doing its job. All right, guys, so there you go. It's the magnet. Basically just, boom, just kind of sticks to the bottom. And kind of did a little bit of overkill here. I took my my wire wheel here and just kind of went over. It was like, obviously, the old oil that's probably leaking from my main, could be, or just could be the pan gasket from the oil pan. But old oil was all over this, and it was like really caked on. and even the pressure washer wasn't taking it off, so ended up using the wire wheel just all the way around, especially down these little crevices down in here. That's all nice and clean. Most important is getting this whole sealing area all nice and cleaned off so the seal can do its job. Make sure if you're washing inside, get all that water out. It's a pretty warm day here, surprisingly, here in SoCal. So it's dried up already. So this one's ready to go back on. All right, guys, I can't really mount my, use my cell phone here, so if I can do this one-handed. So the clip is like right here. Yeah, I'm just trying to pry it out. There you go. Yeah, I really need two hands to do this. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna break that. Anyways, I gotta do this with both hands. All right, guys, there it goes. So there's the little clip. You gotta pull it back and then pull down, and that'll release. Take it out of the way. Then we need to get this out. Yes, I can do it without my pliers. Counterclockwise. Nope. All right, guys, got the sensor out. Of course, shit just dripped everywhere. Also got the filter out as well, and sure enough, see in there. It'll focus anyways. You can kind of see it. Orange seal is still up in there, so we got to go fish that out before we put the new one in. All right, guys, there you go. New sensors put in there. Same way you took it out. So it's going to go in at this little clip here. Well, not the actual connector, but this little post here that connects to the clip for the connector. It's going to be facing this direction, so you're going to push it all the way in and just try and get it all the way in till I can't go anymore, and then just turn it clockwise 1/4, and that's it. Kind of snaps in. There's a little kind of a clip way back in here as well. It's a kind of holder to keep it in place, and then just snap this back in, get nice and snug. I did fish out the O-ring for the filter, and I just kind of took a little bit of fluid from here and just kind of spread around the new O-ring that's already attached to the filter, and then just push it all the way in until it can't go anymore. And that's it. I cleaned all those surfaces all the way around. So this is ready for its new gasket. And you know what? The OEM gasket looks like it's in way better the quality anyways, because it's got metal in it. Well, as long as also with the rubber seal as well. So I'm going to just clean that off, and I'm going to reuse it because it is a reusable seal. And the new one that kind of came with this is just all rubber, and there's no metal in it. So I think the OEM is definitely a better choice. So let's go ahead and get that pan put back on there. Sorry, I can't do it, like do these installs while filming, because I can't hold the camera, and my little selfie stand just doesn't give the right angle, and it's just not high enough here underneath the truck to kind of keep it on that stand. Anyways, let me get that pan back on there. This is the OEM one. You can see has ridges. It's got metal in it. This is actually the one that came with the filter, so you can see it's pretty flimsy, and this is in pretty good condition. So I cleaned up all the bolts. I just put a dot of blue Loctite. I know it doesn't call for it, and these are set to 11 foot-pounds, which we're going to do. We'll torque it down right, but I just don't want these to back out for whatever reason. Anyways, here she goes, and it's ready to go back in. All right, guys. 11 foot-pounds all the way. Those are the 3 front ones I was talking about, because you got this cross member here. It's actually a transmission cross member that is blocking them, but not too difficult. Every single bolt, 11 foot-pounds. And the pan, make sure you tighten your drain bolt before you start putting fluid in there. So it's nice and clean. See how that lasts. And hopefully there's no leaks. So let's get to that front filter and replace that. And then we'll start dumping fluid in here. All right, guys, so here's the next part of the job. So remove that filter. That's the filter housing. And this is a 22 mil. That's probably not going to focus, but anyways, just trust me, that's a 22. So from what I heard, people using impacts on these things. I'm going to try first just with the breaker bar. Don't really want to do that because I really don't want to mess up these because that definitely feels like aluminum. And we'll see how that goes first. I did use a breaker bar with just a small extension just to kind of get it past over here. And I was able to break it loose. So you see, so try that first before I start using impact wrenches, because I mean, you don't want to damage all this over here, and then yeah, good luck getting that thing off. Once you do that, but what I'm going to do is once I replace the filter element, I'm going to put anti-seize on the threads, just so it's easier to remove the next time around. It's very possible they did that on this one. That wasn't too bad, but it was definitely on there tight. Let's get that off, and then let's go and screw this thing. Not too bad. Just let that dry a little bit, and then we'll put the new element on there. So check this out, guys. Look at this. That's black. I wonder if this thing has ever been changed. So just to note, there is a spring right there, and that goes at the bottom. Actually, if it's this direction, just make sure that spring is there when you put it back together. I'm going to clean this housing up, and then yeah, look at that. It's pretty. My fluid definitely didn't look pretty bad. I mean, it was more brownish than it was red. Anyways, it was due for sure. All right, just a real quick video here to kind of show how this goes on. So this little nub here goes inside the filter, so it's going to go like that on the new one. And check out the difference in that filter. A little bit black. That's a new one. So we'll just slip that on there. See, it looks like it's almost like a little roll of toilet paper. Let's get that put together. Clean this out. Got some anti-seize. Gonna throw that in the threads right inside there, just so these don't seize or become so difficult you have to use an impact to get this off. Anyways, let's get that together and installed. I'm gonna try this one-handed here, but there's the O-ring, so you got to make sure you take the old one off. Put the new one on there. Put a little bit of transmission fluid on that O-ring before I put it on there. And let's get this new filter installed. I'm wondering if because it has a little nub down there, what if I put the filter first? Let's see if it'll hold. Oh yeah, there you go. So there you go. And where are you at? Okay. So there's your housing. Got some anti-seize in there. Of course, I'm not going to focus on it. And there it is. So because there is a spring in there, you have to kind of put a little bit of pressure to, look at that. No issues. Perfect. There you go. I'll go ahead and get that tightened down, and then we'll put some fluid in there. Just check it to make sure everything feels all right on there. Like I didn't push the O-ring out, but feels fine. All right, let's tighten that down. All right, transmission fill time. So supposedly this is supposed to, it's just a pan drop. We're not flushing it fully in, so we don't need, I think it's like 17.5, 18 quarts. So this should be 8 quarts, and then monitor. So we'll get up to temp and stuff like that. So I'm going to dump both of these, which is a gallon each. So that's 8 quarts. And I bought an extra. I'm actually might even just go a little bit under 8, maybe 7.5 or so. And then we'll, get it up to temp, rifle through the gears and all that stuff. So let's fill this up. Make sure I'm not dumping oil on the bottom here. Nice and dry. I just don't want to make a mess. Nice thing about transmission fluid, it's thinner, so it's not like oil where, this might take forever. Especially because this is a pretty skinny fill tube. Okay, sorry for my voice. It's still getting over this flu. And kind of is what it is. All right, that's 4 quarts. Sorry, just paranoid. All right. So it's about 7.5. 7.5. So let's start this up, warm it up, and recheck it. Okay, guys, we're all done here, and sorry for that last clip. That stupid microphone just kind of turns off on its own. Anyways, it was pretty much just showing the temperature of the transmission, showing on my my monitor. I forgot the brand name. Anyways, you saw it in the video, and also this stock temp gauge was functioning now, and code is gone too. So we'll go ahead and call this a success, and hopefully this helped you guys out.